Hello and welcome to the Aunty Lisa show. And what shall we do a story about today? Let's see. Okay. Oh look, Kristoffer, Aleksander and Aunty Lisa. That's handy. Batman. And Spencer the ghost dog. Okay, in the red bag. Let's see. Owen. One more. And a Stegosaurus. Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's lots in here. Big bag of random things. Andy's clock. Right. Well, that works well with the Stegosaurus at least. Okay. I forgot what this one is. Transport. A train. Dinosaur toga. And last but not least, places. Under the sea. Oh, God. Under the sea. A train. Andy's clock. Stegosaurus, Spencer the ghost dog, Batman and all of us. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right. One day, Aunty Lisa, Aleksander and Kristoffer were invited to Batman's secret underground lair where he has all of his cool equipment for catching bad guys and his cool cars and all the other stuff and his gadgets. And they were super excited about it. So they packed a big load of stuff in their bags, all sorts of cool kit that they thought they'd show Batman as well. Well, that wasn't going to be nearly as good as his cool kit. And they set off on their way to Batman's secret underground lair. Now, in order to get to Batman's secret underground lair, you have to go on a secret underground train. And that is very important. And you get to the secret underground train via a secret train platform entrance. And you have to go to a very special train station called, why not, King's Cross. You go there and you find a door, but the door is secret. It doesn't look like a door. No. It looks like an ordinary bit of wall. And you stroll up to said ordinary bit of wall and you tap 3 times on a very special brick, like this. And then the door in the wall sucks you in like this. It flips. Anyone just passing by barely notice it move because it moves so fast. Just like suddenly you're on the other side of the door. It is super cool. So Aleksander, Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa went to King's Cross station and when they got there, they found the secret bit of wall. And they were like, okay, we've all got to stand super close together by the secret bit of wall. And then they said, okay, we've got to tap 3 times. And they went. And they disappeared from view. And they ended up at the top of a super cool, ginormous escalator. And they were like, whoa, we're at the top of a massive escalator. Don't fall down now. And so they stepped onto the escalator. And the escalator, as you know, is stairs that move like at the airport. They went down and down and down. And it was all black. You know, 'cause Batman's like that. Black. With just occasional white spotlights all the way down. And really shiny. And Aleksander and Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa were super impressed. When they got to the bottom, the very, very, very bottom of the escalator, they came off. And they saw in front of them an entirely black underground train. And they were like, what? This is so cool. OMG. And they got on the entirely black underground train. And all the seats were also entirely black, apart from the teeny tiny little yellow bat logo on each one, making it look extra cool. And they sat on there and they went, and then the doors shut. Beep, 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 beep. Train zoomed for a good 5 minutes at top speed along a very black and very dark tunnel, and then suddenly appeared into a vast underground chamber, and the doors opened, and Aunty Lisa, Aleksander and Kristoffer stepped off of that underground train and went, whoa. They were in Batman's top secret underground lair, where he has all of his coolest stuff. And they said, hey, Batman, Batman. And they couldn't see him anywhere. Then Aleksander said, hey, maybe we should ring the bell. And Aunty Lisa said, oh, good idea. So Kristoffer went, ding, 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 because there was a little bell there. And then, I'm Batman. How are you guys doing? Did you like my tube? And everyone went, yeah, we loved your underground train tube thingy. That was so cool, Batman. And he went, okay, come and see the rest of my stuff. Oh, they had the most amazing time. Batman showed them so much cool stuff, like his original Batmobile that had shooting out torpedoes and things on it. Although it's a bit dangerous, they were decommissioned. And some cool gadgets like a shooting out net that could catch things, and one of those things where he shoots up into the sky and a grapple hook, that's what it's called, and it catches over the top of a building and then you can climb up. And Aleksander, Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa had the best time. And then Batman said, you know what, you guys, I need to show you something else that I've got just recently. And they were like, what have you got? And he said, I've got a new submarine. And Aleksander, Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa went, oh, we do like a submarine, but we're nowhere near the sea down here, Batman. How are we going to get there? And he said, don't you worry about it. I'm Batman. And they said, well, if you say so, Batman. Seriously though, we're miles from the sea. And he said, come with me. And they said, okay. So, wow, would you believe it? You're about to. Batman has an entirely underground canal. It's like a river, but man-made. And in it was his very own personal bat submarine. And he said, right, you guys, climb aboard. And so they all hopped in the pitch black submarine. And they were like, whoa, okay. Now was the really cool bit that happened next, which was that in the submarine went, wait for it, went under the water in the canal And then it shot along an underwater tube. And then it went into sort of like an underwater airlock. But not an airlock, 'cause it's water, right? And then it shot along the next section. Shut another door behind it. Shut another next section. Shut another door. And it kept going and going. Shooting really fast. Every time it shot off, everyone went, and eventually went through the final door in the underwater tube. It popped out into the sea. And Aunty Lisa was like, this is so cool, Batman. I didn't know you could do this. No one would even know you were out here. What? It was awesome. So they went on an under the sea tour of everything, and they saw whales and enormous octopuses, and they saw those sharks and manta rays with their big swooping wings, and even some turtles. You wouldn't even believe it. And some seals, because Aunty Lisa loves seals, because they are super cute. They saw all amazing animals, because the submarine could just go zoom off to the next location, and it had special sonar that could detect what was in front of it, like beep 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 beep, and we'd say, hey, can we go and see some whales? And it would go and do some censoring, and then go whoop, and off they went, and they'd see whales, and it was amazing. Well, I mean, the day was going amazingly when all of a sudden they got a call from their friend Owen. And he called them up on the iPads, which lucky enough was still functioning under the sea, because of course Batman has Wi-Fi on his submarine. Why wouldn't you? So, bing, ring, ring, ding. That's not what the phone sounded like. That's what they did. And Aleksander and Kristoffer answered and said, hey, what's up? And Owen went, hey, you guys. Oh, so glad I caught you. You wouldn't believe what's going on. And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, look, what? What's going on, Owen? And he said, well, I don't know what's happened, but there's a Stegosaurus on the loose in Newbury. And they said, what? In Newbury? Is it a ghost Stegosaurus? And Owen said, I don't think it's a ghost Stegosaurus. It's on the loose, and we don't know where it's come from. It has not come from Jurassic World. I promise it wasn't me. And Aleksander and Kristoffer went, oh, do you know what? I bet it's Andy. Oh, Andy! He's always releasing animals from prehistoric times into our times. He's such a silly Billy. Okay, Owen. Well, we're under the sea at the minute, actually, but we'll see what we can do to help. Okay? All right. Okay. Bye. Wow. Batman was like, hey, what's going on, you guys? And Aleksander and Kristoffer explained that there's a Stegosaurus on the loose in Newbury. And Batman was like, a Stegosaurus? Let's go catch us some Stegosauruses. I can have one for my tea. And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, you can't eat it for your tea. It's a prehistoric animal. It's like the most endangered it could be. You don't let it eat it, Batman. Batman went, okay, fine. What do we have to do with it then? And they explained that they need to really get it back to where it was come from. Otherwise, disaster could strike. Then a horrible feeling dawned on them. Where is Andy? Aleksander and Kristoffer tried to call Andy. Andy's not answering. What if Andy is trapped in dinosaur times and the Stegosaurus has come back with the clock? No! We need to rescue Andy! This is a nightmare! Wow. With that, Batman, who loves saving the day, said, okay, you guys, We need to get us out of here. Straight to Newbury so we can save the day. And they said, yes, Batman, that is exactly what we need to do. Batman said, no problem. Well, the submarine zoomed around the coast to Newbury, you know, where the lighthouse is. It was there in like 5 minutes. Aunty Lisa nearly threw up everywhere because they travelled so fast. All her food had gone bleh. But she didn't, and that's important to remember. Anyway, they arrived ever so head spinning at the lighthouse. And Batman said, guys, let's climb up this lighthouse. And Aleksander said, okay, but I think it's locked. We probably should knock or something. Batman went, no time. I know what I'm going to do. Anyway, and he shot his grapple hook up to the lighthouse. He said, follow me, you guys. And so, everybody climbed up the side of the lighthouse like this. You know, like abseiling, but upwards. It was exhausting. Everyone said, why don't we just use the stairs? But that's not Batman's way. So they climbed up the outside of the lighthouse and they stood on the top of the lighthouse and they looked out. Batman went, I see it. It's over there. Can you see it? And Aleksander and Kristoffer went, we see it. Wait, no. That's a cow, Batman. That's a cow. Batman went, okay, not that one then. Wait a second. I see it. Aleksander and Kristoffer went, no, that's a hedgehog. No, silly Batman. Batman, have you not got any of those special goggles you can use to see things in the night? Batman went, oh, good point. Ah, now I see it. Yes, it's over there. Okay, right. They all agreed that was indeed the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus was going crazy. It had smashed up the shrimp shack. Sorry to say. Smashed it to smithereens. And it was heading to the high school. No! Jack and Parker and JB and Spencer the ghost dog and obviously El Fuego were already there. And they were stood outside the high school like, stop that Stegosaurus! Pew, 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 pew. But their things were completely useless against a completely 100% alive Stegosaurus, which, by the way, was starting to get hungry and a bit annoyed. And they were like, oh, what are we going to do? Wow. As luck would have it, Batman's submarine had inside it a bonus little teeny tiny small compact sized scooter that was electric. And so Batman said, you guys got to jump aboard with me. And Aunty Lisa went, on that thing? It's tiny. Are you kidding me, Batman? Anyway, it was too late. Batman had grabbed Aunty Lisa, Aleksander and Kristoffer, and they were zooming on what had to be the fastest little electric scooter any one of them had ever been on. All the way to Newbury High School. And Batman said, hey, we've got to catch this Stegosaurus. And JB said, oh, hey, Batman. I haven't done my hair. Oh, hi, y'all. How we doing? And Batman went, I'm Batman. These are my friends. And JB said, I know. They're my friends too. Oh, wow, the conversations they could have had. But there was no time. They needed us to catch this Stegosaurus. Wow. Batman said, hey, how are we going to catch this Stegosaurus? And the Stegosaurus was charging up towards the door of the school and bashing it with its tail and its head like, realised its head was tiny, so it whacked it with its tail. It was starting to break into the school. And Jack and Parker were trying to distract it like, blah, 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 blah. That wasn't working. El Fuego was jumping up and down like, ah! That didn't work at all. And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, Batman, you know what you've got to do. And Batman went, what have I got to do? And they went, use your net, you silly Billy. Oh, give it to us. And they went, pew. Oh, Batman's special utility belt. Pew. And the net went, pew. And it caught that Stegosaurus. Proper tangled it up. And the Stegosaurus was like, was one annoyed Stegosaurus. But they had caught it and stopped it smashing things up. And everyone was like, hey, let's all go and eat cake. And then Aleksander and Kristoffer went, no, there's no time. We can't eat cake. Does anybody know where Andy is? And JB said, I don't know where Andy is. Jack? Parker? Elfweg? Anybody seen Andy? You know Andy, tall, wears a hat, works at Natural History Museum. No one had seen him. They were like, oh, man. Gotta find him. And then Spencer, the ghost dog, went, ruff, 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 ruff. And Aleksander said, do you think Spencer's trying to tell us something? Ruff, ruff, ruff. And Kristoffer said, I think he is trying to tell us something. Let's follow that dog. Well, they followed that dog. And you know where that dog went? Not to the nearest sausage shop. Spencer is a smart cookie. Spencer, the ghost dog, took them straight to Andy's clock, which was in the graveyard. It was proper spooky. He was like this. And everyone went, oh, there's the clock, but where's Andy? Andy was nowhere to be seen. They thought, oh no. Andy is definitely still trapped in prehistoric times. What if he's about to be eaten by a T-Rex? We've got to do a swap. We've got to swap Andy and the Stegosaurus over quick, smart. So there was no time to lose. Batman picked up the clock all by himself because he's Batman. And he ran to the school. Got a bit tired halfway and Aleksander and Kristoffer had to help him carry it. And they got all the way back to where the Stegosaurus was. They put the clock in front of the Stegosaurus. And the Stegosaurus was like, hey! Stegosaurus had quite liked modern times in many ways. He wasn't keen on going back to where the T-Rexes were. But hey, there was no choice in the matter. So Aleksander and Kristoffer, they'd seen Andy do this many times. They set the clock to the time, well, the last used time, which happened to be the time, obviously, of when the Stegosauruses were alive, whenever that was. And the clock went dong, dong, dong. And quick as a flash, they shoved that Stegosaurus through. And they jumped in behind him. Aunty Lisa realised what had happened and they went, no! And jumped in too. Aleksander, Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa and a Stegosaurus that was really annoyed landed back in dinosaur times. And the Stegosaurus was like, ah! And they went, okay, go, 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 go. And they took the net off the Stegosaurus and he ran away. And they went, oh no. We've got to find Andy. Where's Andy? Oh, how on earth are we ever going to find Andy out here? It was thick jungle everywhere. You couldn't see further than a metre or two ahead of you because it was just trees, 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 trees. I said, oh no, this is the kind of place that velociraptors like, isn't it? Good thick undergrowth. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody. How are we going to find Andy? Andy! 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 Oh no, we can't find him anywhere. They were just starting to lose hope when they heard, huff, huff, huff. And they went, what? Aleksander, did you say something? Aleksander said, no. Kristoffer, did you say something? No. And then they looked down. Ah! Spencer, the ghost dog, had come through the portal too. And they said, Spencer, can you find Andy? And Spencer went, ah, 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 ah. And he zoomed off. And they went, quick, follow that dog. And they ran off behind Spencer. And Andy, there he was, up a tree. And they said, Andy, quick, quick, we've got your clock, you've got to come quick. And Andy said, oh, you guys, I've been terrified. There have been velociraptors around here everywhere. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? Aleksander and Kristoffer said, I haven't seen them just now, but we better be quick before they come back. And he said, okay. And he leapt down out of the tree and they ran and they ran and they ran and they ran all the way back to the clock. And just as they were about to arrive at the clock, some velociraptors appeared. They went, the velociraptors have appeared. Oh, quick, 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 quick. And they leapt through the clock just as it went dong, 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 because it's always very handy when it does that. Back in a big heap. Outside Newbury High School. Andy, Aleksander, Kristoffer, Aunty Lisa. In a big lump on the floor. And I went, oh my God. We made it. And Andy said, oh, thank you so much, you guys. I thought I was definitely going to get eaten. How on earth did you find me? And they said, well, actually, Spencer the ghost dog found you. And Andy went, oh, Spencer, where is he? Oh, for a horrible moment, they thought they'd left Spencer the ghost dog back in prehistoric times. But they hadn't. There he was. And Andy said, Spencer, you have earned yourself a lot of bacon today. And Spencer went, "Row, row, row, row." And Auntie Lisa said, Andy, you've got to be more careful when you go back in time. Stop releasing wild animals into normal times and getting stuck. That's your worst trip ever. This carries on. I'm going to have to tell Hattie about your time travelling. And Andy said, no, I promise, I won't let it happen again. We'll have to wait and see if that promise comes true. Anyway, Andy said, you guys, thanks so much for saving me. I'm going to treat you all to pancakes and obviously some bacon for Spencer the ghost dog. And so everybody went out for pancakes and bacon. And they had a very jolly time. And that is the end of the story. Love you. Night night.